Okay. We have a diverse student population with different social and educational backgrounds as well as different skill levels, implying that they have different aims and goals in life and with their studies. Together with Rehana and Adrian, we will facilitate today's discussions on how technology can help teaching and learning as well as meet the needs of different learning styles of students. I chose to discuss digital storytelling as a tool that can enhance students' skills, which includes creativity, critical thinking, communication, and collaboration. During this session, I will discuss two articles and provide a summary of the digital storytelling project at WCCM. So what is digital storytelling? It's a combination of the art of storytelling with various digital multimedia such as images, narration, soundtracks, and video. Digital storytelling provides a 21st century student with a foundation of numerous literacies, such as information literacy, the ability to recognize, use, locate, access, assess, and communicate information; visual literacy, which is the ability to comprehend, create, and communicate via visual images; technological literacy, the ability to utilize computers, tablets, mobile phones, and various other technological devices to enhance learning, efficiency, and presentations; global literacy, the ability to read, deduce, retort, and contextualize information from a global perspective; and digital literacy, the ability to converse with a consistently escalating community to discuss and gather information. So the first article is titled Silence, Voice, and Other Languages, Digital Storytelling as a Site for Resistance and Restoration in a South African Higher Education Classroom. The authors are Christian Stewart and our own Dr. Eunice Ivala. Summing up the article, the authors provided an overview of the South African history, South African education system, how digital storytelling can promote student voices and academic growth, the definitions of digital storytelling and digital storying in higher education institutions. A combination of case study methodology and ethnographic inquiry derived from the quality research paradigm was selected for the study. It provided information on the study participants, the site of research, the digital storytelling process, data collection, and data analysis. The study resulted in giving voices to the voiceless, as the stories were very personal, first-hand autobiographies. The digital storytelling provided the platform for students to have their voices heard. Furthermore, it provided a safe house for students to engage in dialogue and a means to address concerns in the technical issues of digital storytelling. The study also questioned the role of both silence and voice through an examination of the story circle, one component of the digital storying process often minimized by the literature. Concerns that were raised were how to grade the digital storytelling and ethical issues such as privacy. The second article is based on research done at the primary school in Taiwan. I included it here because it uses digital storytelling to enhance the English language and creative thinking of students. Providing a background to the study and definitions of digital storytelling, this research was based on a quasi-experimental design, including an experimental group and a control group. The two groups were from a primary school in central Taiwan, and the independent variable is the use of instructional strategy. The experimental group employed digital storytelling as the class activities, while the control group used traditional instruction in the class. The results revealed that with the integration of digital storytelling in the English class, the students were more creative and their digital skills were enhanced. There are many papers available on digital storytelling in higher education. A reference list is provided at the end of the PowerPoint. But to showcase how digital storytelling can be used in our diverse student population, I would like to discuss how we implemented digital storytelling at WCCN. It was part of a larger research project at CPUT which started in 2010. The purpose of the study was to investigate whether the use of digital stories as a teaching and learning tool enhanced engagement for the first-year students with low academic literacy skills when caring for patients with special needs. The student demographics included 48 nursing students, predominantly female. Their home language was either isiXhosa or Afrikaans, and the age ranged from 19 to 45 years. The faculties involved in this project were architecture, nursing, design, and food tech. The team comprised of the Fundani staff, the nursing students, myself, and 2 ECP lecturers. The project was designed with 3 workshops in mind. The topic was caring for people with special needs, linking personal experience with new knowledge. Workshop 1 comprised the introduction and examples of digital storytellings. Students were then divided into groups and had to share personal stories and develop community maps. From there, they developed a story concept listing all the challenges. Also, there was an assignment of roles which included who would do the editing, take the photoing, who would do the recording of the narration, etc. The second workshop involved copyright issues. Developing a storyboard, fine-tuning the narrative, collection of images or shooting of videos, and an introduction to Audacity recording narrative. Workshop 3 was an introduction to Movie Maker and importing and editing images, music, and the narration. Thereafter, we had a screening of all the digital stories and a debriefing via focus groups. Yes, there were a lot of challenges, especially communication amongst group members, lack of personal computers and thereby access to computers and software, the diverse computer skills within the groups, lack of additional time and training to use this the software. No marks were allocated for the digital stories. There were copyright issues with images and music and continuity amongst the pictures. There was problems with the narrative as well as technical problems, especially the sound. However, we found some valuable information. Themes that arose from this workshops were developing a nursing identity, empathizing with the patient, links to community, collaboration within groups, and acquisition of new knowledge. Some of the quotations from the students were extending their views on what it was to be a nurse. So they're not only here to learn nursing skills, but they can do something else and learn other skills like digital skills. They also developed a better student and nursing identity where they feel more confident in doing their tasks. They also gain new insights by being able to empathize with the patients. Like this person said, a depression is not somebody who's lazy. Linking to the communities, The students found that using the internet and computers, they could combine everything, and then they could be able to better educate their families and the communities using this technology. They had to work and collaborate amongst themselves. Them in the group had diverse skills, different languages, and individual identities within the groups were exposed. Strengths and weaknesses were also easily able to be identified here. They said it was different from normal assignments and it was definitely an acquisition of new knowledge. They understood the subject better. The recommendations for future use is to integrate it into the curriculum and grading, to change from software to photo story 3, to make sure all students develop skills, because there were some students that prefer to say sidelined and not participate, and to include the IT department and English teacher in the projects. Here are some digital storytelling publications done by the CPUT Fundani and faculty members, and well as a reference list available to you. Thank you.